think socks had something to do with that decision.
It's not funny.
I beg your pardon?
What word do you have trouble with? You understand not? That's comfortable for you?
Yeah.
And funny, you've heard of that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this doesn't work. You see, I think socks had something to do with that decision. See, now I'm laughing.
Well, laugh loud so you can cover for the rest of us.
Hey, you like your job?
No.
Well, watch it.
Sound check, everybody. Talking to your mics. Tyler Wilde.
Sound check. 1, 2,
Henry
check.
Gilbert.
TalkRadar.
All right. Check. Charlie Barrett.
Michael Raparez.
Check.
Brett Elston.
55!
I gotta get that shit. Here's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna do some new goddamn releases, because I keep forgetting, some game deals because we didn't do them last time. We're going to stop talking about L.A. Noire immediately after this conversation, because technically by our old schedule, we would have had 2 weeks to get out of our systems and 2 shows.
And I need for my own.
Exactly, and Charlie needs to do this.
I need to, for
Speaking
catharsis,
of Charlie,
to do that.
that's Charlie Barrett.
Yeah? Did you expect a sound effect?
No, but
I thought we were still waiting for an intro.
But I'm Brett Elston.
Is there a Macho Man?
I'm Tyler Wilde.
I'm Christopher Antista.
I'm Henry Gilbert.
Damn straight, Hank.
We are all people.
Never let
with
anybody
names.
tell you different.
And together we are Voltron.
I'm the new Tyler Wilde.
We are not Voltron. Damn it! I'm all over the place with my stupid sounds. We are not Voltron.
There's a new Voltron cartoon starting
We
soon.
are.
Is it also Seth MacFarlane?
We are Transformers. We are Transformers because Henry has seen some Transformers multiplayer, and he can talk about that for a tiddly bit.
Yes.
Nobody told me that there's going to be Transformers multiplayer
You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay.
They're really
A weird segment. Somebody turn off their iPhone. Tyler Wilde. Charlie
He's a
Barrett.
new iPhone user.
They really didn't have much new to show, to be honest.
It's okay. We'll get to that.
I got a text saying my family's alive.
Well, if you just want to get out of the way real quick.
Yeah, let's just get out of the way.
I do have a Transformer sound effect loaded, and that really is convenient. Right into Transformers.
It's a great sound.
So, Transformers Dark of the Moon, it's not really based on that shitty looking new... it's not really based on that shitty new movie. It actually is supposed to take place between films 2 and 3, and they're making up their own story.
And I've still not seen the second Transformers movie because I hated the first one so much that I won't watch the second one.
It was
the game it was based on. I finished both Autobot and Decepticon campaigns. It wasn't bad.
The second Transformers movie was like The Empire Strikes Back.
It really was.
Yeah.
Well, and so the game's made by High Moon Studios, same dudes who did War for Cybertron last year,
which was pretty good.
This one, honestly, it has the same level of quality, and it has one really cool thing where you can turn into basically a third transformation, which is in between car. It's a car with a bunch of guns sticking out of it. So
that didn't happen before?
No.
Well, I mean, War for Cybertron had a third option where you were like a hover thing with weapons.
So this is okay. Then this is that too. So
let me rewind that. Let me rewind that.
Okay, so now we're
just like War for Cybertron.
So now, are we a robot now, or are we a car?
No, we're right back there. Shit. Hold on. Now we got to do the intro over. I'm Chris Antista. Right?
Anyway, the multiplayer, it looks nice. You got the usual modes and you pick your loadouts and what type of dude you're going to be.
This is a great preview.
Henry, can you put a little on that enthusiasm? I did see that you were watching the trailer at your desk. All your favorite Transformers, and they unspooled a reel of someone who knows every Transformer and seen all the movies. Didn't recognize. I recognized 2.
Yeah, well, they're there.
All your favorites. The unrecognizable Megatron. He might be there.
Who's a plane?
God.
It's so dumb he's a plane. They have Starscream to be a plane. Make him something else.
But
I don't know.
We have to say this also in this show. Permanently, we will be saying goodbye to a member of Games Radar.
To someone in this room.
Hint, it very well could be someone who's not in this room right now. Less of a hint, more of a misleading red herring.
More of a red herring.
Yeah, but somebody in this room will be dead.
I think you stole that idea from Games Radar UK.
Games Radar UK already did that.
I did.
I'm looking at Charlie.
I'm looking at Dave Mickelham.
I'm looking at myself.
I'm also going to change the title to TalkRadar US because that was a really good idea. Anyway,
we're the OGs. Man.
We are the
So
OGs.
did they show escalation equivalent, or is it just
No,
deathmatch?
they took. When I asked the guy, I was like, "Hey, you're just showing regular deathmatch. Where's escalation?" That was in War for Cybertron, and the producer on the game just kind of like inhaled and like
you?
Well, it's just we really had to focus on making one experience really good, and
Okay, I wish there was a shorthand, like an Orwellian phrase that they could just give for that answer that happens all the time. Where is this thing? We didn't have time because they didn't give us the money or time to do it. I wish there was just a phrase like double plus bad.
But instead,
like,
they always say, well, we just wanted to focus on giving the best multiplayer experience we could. If we hadn't put in the other mode, it wouldn't have been as
the
great.
one you already built and works.
Didn't you guys actually like one of the Transformers multiplayer? The 2 or
Escalation is Horde mode.
In War for Cybertron.
Oh no, yeah, Revenge of the Fallen had a pretty decent multiplayer mode.
I totally disagreed and hated it every second I played it with you guys.
All 4 seconds you played it.
I played it a bunch with you, and you guys had finished the game and done it all.
Well, yeah, that's how every multiplayer game is. I know. When you hate you. Everybody gets it but me.
I qualified it, right? Non-biased. I hated it. You guys loved it for like a week.
Well, yeah, it's not a thing you play forever.
Mm-hmm. You guys are biasing.
Activision, don't put that in the box.
That's not a bullet point.
No, they can use that for whatever they want.
Anyway,
but if they try to turn Transformers into an annual franchise, they will quickly realize that even I do not have the wherewithal.
Well, maybe
you still have the loud meh horn that you used.
The super horn?
Yeah. No, not the WAN super horn, but when you were making fun of WJOD, and you had all those horrible radio sound effects.
I can try and look them up. It's slightly difficult.
Well, anyway, do you have one, too, that I gave you? Very important
yes,
sound effects.
Because we're making up for last show.
Last show was TalkRadar 155.
Guess what we forgot?
Guess what we fucking forgot?
We were just
oh my god. I was so upset with myself because I hosted 55, the original one.
All those years ago.
And we had a whole talk about Sammy Hagar, and Tyler saw him drunk on margaritas and just as much as I could blasting 55, and then I thought ahead of time. But then I also found, listening to the rest of the song, which closed out TalkRadar 55, I found that he says it differently later in the song, so I grabbed the alternate take.
That's even better.
I just realized I haven't been wearing my headphones.
I do prefer the first but it's also kicking something off.
I like that one because that one seems like.
Have you not heard any of these?
I can hear them through other people's headphones.
Okay.
I thought you weren't wearing them by choice.
Actually, I'm going to take them off again. It was preferable the other way.
Play it again.
Sorry, that's the only more.
And I'm playing Cruising USA.
And then here's you playing Cruising World.
Yeah.
And that's taking you into Biff's Casino.
Exotica.
And Cruising Arcade Graveyard.
What I wanted to do here. We'll talk about. We haven't done new releases in a while.
Yep.
And there was one great thing that came out this week. Excuse me. Not much of anything came out this week. One thing separating them from the pack, Kung Fu Panda, which I'm really, really tired of seeing it. Is skadoosh that synonymous with the
Skadoosh?
Is it that synonymous with the movie? Like I don't see any kids saying skadoosh
because it was in the trailer for the first movie.
At the time,
there was tons of stuff in the trailer.
I didn't watch the movie. I didn't watch Kung Fu Panda until this holiday
really
season,
good.
And I knew skadoosh.
Yeah, I
get it, but I'm getting press releases for the game with skadoosh and like what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
It's
23 skadoosh.
It's classic.
I've ignored every Dreamcast film.
Dreamcast film?
Or DreamWorks.
It's just so cool.
Yeah, Michael's not here.
You're too video game focused. That's why.
How I Trained My Dragon.
And I'm sober.
Was really good.
I'm so tired.
How to
Train Your Dragon is a good movie.
Hold on.
They say skadoosh in the
I want to have another conversation too.
All right.
Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, okay, good, Henry. Keep talking about Kung Fu Panda.
So
I want to talk
Chris is the one that brought
That's giving you an example.
Guys, there's a
starting to get sick.
Wow, it actually is making me ill in the ears.
new releases. Come on, Chris.
Thinking
New releases.
Come on, buddy.
New releases.
Chris, what came out?
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yeah, on Connect.
Connect. Well, on other
Oh
platforms.
my god.
Have you played it yet, Charlie?
I already sold it back to GameStop.
God damn it.
I probably shouldn't admit that.
Oh,
On this.
Charlie.
Well,
We
you
needed
can-
a review of it from Matt Keast.
Oh, whoops. I'll go buy it back.
Wait a week, it'll be cheaper. Anyway.
gave me a lot of money for
all the new releases this week have something in common, and we're going to do a little Sesame Street here. They all start with the letter D. So, James Earl Jones. D. Yes, they all start with D.
like Kung Fu Panda.
Dung Do Danda.
We have Duke Nukem Critical Mass.
Really?
Oh, that's a D.
Mm-hmm. I meant Dead or Alive Dimensions.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really working so far.
And this is the best one. Not this part. Dungeons and Dragons. Daggerdale. Daggerdale.
Oh.
And Dirt 3.
Which is
Dirt 3. There.
Which is
Perfect.
apparently very good.
And with that, I can close out my D sound.
It's
a good ending.
Each day I like it better.
Obese Kermit singing this?
It's supposed to be Ernie. I don't know what happened.
that
to
was
sound.
I want to combine Dead or Alive with Dungeons and Dragons. I want to play Dungeons or Dragons.
Oh,
Dungeons or Dragons.
Dungeons or Dragons.
Dagger Dirt.
Dagger Dirt 3.
Daggerdale really is
Daggerdale.
the equivalent of Swordtown or Shieldville.
which is the new DLC coming to Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. It's going to be fantastic. And Katana Chip.
Well, that's his character in Darkwing Duck.
That's true.
Everybody
True.
here has a dagger.
That's welcome to Daggerdale.
He
You
is
never
your
guess what we all have
he
in
has
common.
your daggers.
Welcome to town. He's the dagger.
Leave that sword at the gate. Here's a dagger.
But no, Dirt 3 Justin Tower Review gave it a 9.
Yeah,
Said it's
yeah.
fantastic. And every time there's a new Dirt game, they make trailers that are so convincing that I
They'll
want to
almost
play.
trick you.
And I like racing games. I just never sit down, but like with one every 3 years. So it's like I play Burnout Paradise and then nothing until
Dirt-
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Dirt is hardcore, but it's a really
Hot
good.
Pursuit.
Well, in terms of
not
like
Most Wanted.
in terms of straight racing, but it also has that like flashback button. If you fuck up, you rewind, go back. You don't totally ruin the match for
You know what-
yourself.
you know what
it's
game
one of
is
the
a flashback
prettiest.
button?
What?
L.A. Noire.
I do know that, Charlie.
Flashback.
You're a liar.
Charlie,
I think that was actually supposed to be a doubt, so you just lost the entire game.
because I'm an automaton.
Restart the whole case. No skipping cutscenes.
Because the police can't detain someone who might know information.
Yeah, no, I understand all of your silly issues. I played more of L.A. Noire. I played like very far through it at this point, and I fucking love it.
Wait, are we doing this now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well, it's established first that I've played farther than you.
Yeah,
Or is it further?
it's
It
further.
would be further. I didn't want to step in.
Let's establish also that sitting on the couch while Chris plays it, looking at my iPhone, is like listening to a really relaxing radio drama. And I'm really enjoying it as a audio bystander.
I
think it's fun.
I could listen to the main menu music for forever. The main menu is
It all
the
sounds
best part of the entire game.
because I'm playing Words with Friends on my iPhone.
Yeah, you're really into that right now.
Well, can I start by saying that like I was sharing the same frustrations as everybody else because it's a very weird, let's call it a unique experience.
Yeah.
I love what's unique about it, but then
I
also what's unique about it is broken.
I don't think it is broken, but
Well,
what I do think is really broken is the menu tree of truth, doubt, and lie
Yeah,
because they
that's
don't
definitely-
mean that at all.
It doesn't even matter what they mean. It doesn't.
And I took previews, and I know I took previews of it. I've watched all the trailers, and they emphasize like you'll have to read faces. A face will never. You can never make a judgment off a face that isn't doubt. Because doubt does not mean doubt. Lie does not mean lie.
You know what letter doubt starts with?
D. D, 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 D.
I was hoping you had another letter queued up by sheer chance.
D, D.
Do you have perhaps a number?
I do.
Number 6.
Damn it! I was really hoping it was 55.
No. Oh, I do have that.
Can you somehow do 56 with those two sound effects combined?
Ooh, that's a tricky
You have the letter
one.
55.
Number 5.
No, there,
Oh.
no, can't do it.
You have to do 50 and then queue up 6.
I can't multi-touch on my
Anyway,
Dell
L.A.
laptop.
Noire.
Wait, so I want to briefly know, just briefly, like in 5 words, what was already said about L.A. Noire.
Well,
yes, in last podcast.
I brought up
have a
the
unique
thing about the prop shop and that whole submitting evidence and it's wrong when it's right.
If it's not the most damning evidence, it doesn't count. In that specific scene exactly, and I have an embarrassing reason why this happened. Tell me where this film is. There's like a pedophile film somewhere.
Like
you don't know that I know this guy, and I go into my evidence. I'm like, lie. Go into my evidence book.
Here's his name and
here's his name. Here's a photograph with this man and a check sign from him. I wasn't paying attention, and when I looked at the check, it said Lorna, so I thought it was a girl, but I knew she was related to him. But it wasn't a girl; it was the guy's name. So I chose the photograph. Like that is connected. That is 100% positive connective proof that you know this person.
This right here is proof that the game is very flawed because that is a girl, that is his wife, but you didn't know it because when you don't get 5 out of 5 stars in a case, which is impossible to do without replaying it many, many times or using a guide, you miss out tons of story details.
I don't think
the fact that you thought that was his name.
You can find out via the story because I found out that was like made to his wife.
That check was made to his wife.
Yes, but that was the most damning piece of evidence. And that's what I should have used to present against it. But instead, I'm like, here's a picture of you and the guy. Is like, is that all you got? What the fuck do you mean, is that all I got? I have you connected to this person.
Like
and then as a detective, I had to walk away. Like, no, I don't walk away.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, how about this fucking canister with your name on it and his name?
I have probable cause. I have all that fucking Law and Order talk.
There's times like that where you know exactly what you... Like, this guy is so guilty, and I have 3 or 4 pieces of evidence, but I didn't do the exact right one at the exact right time and the exact right part of the conversation branch. And there's other times, like later in a homicide case, where you're talking to the husband of a deceased woman, and it's the first part of the conversation. All he says is like, you ask, do you know anybody that would want to harm your wife? He's like, no, she was full of life. Everybody loved her. Nobody that knows her could have harmed her. I was like, that sounds like, maybe that could either be a truth or a doubt, but surely this isn't the part where I pull out like, we found the murder weapon in the backyard. Like, those don't connect to each other. Like, he just said, nobody would want to harm her. She was full of life. And that's somehow the point where I'm supposed to go, oh, this must be the time, the very beginning of the conversation, where I should mention that I found something in the yard that could be the murder weapon.
But see, that's the only way you can submit evidence is by calling them a liar.
And that's
it's like you're not lying.
Oh, so nobody hated your wife? What about this knife in the backyard?
Yeah, it wasn't, the contradictions never match up perfectly like they do in Phoenix Wright. Like Phoenix Wright, I'm pretty sure this is what I need to say. They hint you very strongly towards. In this game, it's like completely just. There's another part in a bar where the guy is like, his face says truth, the correct answer is truth, but he says it in a completely doubtful way. He's like, well, did you see where she went when she left the bar? He's like, no, I didn't see that at all. Yeah. And it's like they never get exactly right. Something always throws you off every time.
I think the way I've had to interpret it, truth means either yes, that corresponds with my evidence, or no, I don't have that information. This is the first time I'm getting that information.
Truth means they're staring straight forward.
Sort of. And then doubt means when they get all shifty-eyed and suspicious. Doesn't mean doubt. It means
that could be a lie.
It means I think you're lying, but I have no evidence to prove it.
But then you also have to.
And then lie is the loose one, because lie means that like what you said, whether you know you're lying or not, because they're not lying.
Well, lie you'll never know.
It should be false. Because what it means is false. It means what you're saying is false, and I have evidence to the contrary. Not that you are a liar, because a lot of the cases, like, they're not lying. They just don't know this yet.
Well, doubt is false as well. That's that lie is false with evidence, except you never know at that point that you're supposed to present evidence, because you don't get the dialogue from Cole that connects to your evidence until you've already accused them of lying.
If you were a police detective and you're like, what he just said is not true, and I can show him why it's not true, but I don't want to call him a liar because I think he's telling the truth. It just sucks. I think a patch could fix the game if it was relabeled.
What patch could they possibly do?
Something that called it not lie, like false, like no.
But no, I've had problems with truth as well. Like nothing ever matches up. I've got to the point where I take a guess in my mind.
Well, I think it's this, and
I just like that part where the bartender was like, I don't know where she went. I was like, that guy sounds pretty shifty.
All right. I don't have any evidence against that. So.
And same, I had a similar thing with that one pedophile dude who like says, I work around here, and then you just go like,
all right, he threw me for a loop.
Truth. Oh, you do work around here? Yeah, this one place. You heard of it? Like, no. You sound super shifty, like you don't have a job and just hang around parking lots staring at girls.
I'll get to where I've chosen one. I've listened to the entire dialogue that follows. I'm like, I totally nailed that one. I got that one right. It sounded perfect. And then all of a sudden, cross off X in the journal. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I hate that so
and
much.
there's also the thing that you have to play. You're not only it's impossible to solve these things on your own, but then you also have to play in the mindset of the detective. You have to pretend that you're a racist detective that doesn't know anything. Like you can't. You have to pretend like I don't think this is a serial killer. Surely this must be the pedophile that just happened to be hanging around.
Cool.
Not for 5 or 6 cases in a row.
I don't know.
The thing you were talking about where there's a character that things they start referencing in the beginning of the game, and they start dropping hints. They start referencing something that's happened, and you're like, seems like some time has passed. And it's because even in the 360 version, they're referencing the PS3 case.
And it was so
Are you
easy.
sure?
It was,
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it was when you do the second traffic case and you get
I
in
know
the
what you're
car.
talking about.
He goes,
I'll see what I can do.
Anna Rodriguez might go to jail. And it's like, you couldn't take out that one line of dialogue. Why are you rubbing it in 360 people's faces that there's a line of dialogue left over from the PS3 exclusive case?
So it'll be there eventually.
And there's achievements listed for all the pre-order. Like, I can see the achievements for the Walmart pre-order, the GameStop pre-order.
That's why I did the stupid sketch about waiting for things to happen, because when I load up my 360 copy of L.A. Noire, every time it verifies my data and then checks for downloadable content that I guess in my job, doesn't exist. So don't check for it.
No, it's that loading. The loading is annoying in the 360 version.
Yeah, the PS3, I don't have any problems.
I wish I would have done the PS3.
I don't have problems with
PS3.
loading because I installed it to the hard drive. Though,
Yeah,
so.
I don't have.
Being
But then you also had
20 gig.
You also had a crash on you, and then a bug that made you replay
so then
it.
yesterday I was like, I don't know, I got to defend the parts I love about it, and then Brett was like, no, I think if you didn't play it last night, did you? I'm like, no. He's like, go home and play it tonight. I'm sure you'll be like back and playing today. So I went home and played it for 2 hours. And that 2 hours, the first hour, I was trying to play, just get one case further.
Battle of Jellyfish?
Sorry.
2 hours I played it. I didn't get through a single extra case because first it froze, and I lost all my progress because you never know when it's saving.
Yep.
And then second, it's this homicide case where if you do one thing that they tell you to do, then it loses half the case. Like half of the people don't exist in the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's the part like when you get to the hobo camp, don't go to the hobo camp ever until they force you to go to the hobo camp.
But I was thinking like a detective. I did well in that case because I didn't go straight to the obvious only suspect I had. I went and collected all the other evidence.
I went to the hobo camp first. You're saying I'm fucked? Like I lost?
Yeah, that's not what you do.
That's bullshit.
You know when you interrogate that suspect, you need as much evidence as possible to present him with. So why would you go first?
Wait, but what's the difference between going to him or going to the husband or going to the sailor?
Well, I mean, even thinking like a detective.
You're just going to.
I don't want to spook the perpetrator.
You're just because he's going to drive away in his hobo car.
Just in knowing what I do, knowing what I know about the game.
Made of boxes.
He's going to get
cardboard.
Those boxes are pretty fast.
Don't you already have evidence that suggests he's
jalopy.
the one anyway?
No, there's one hysterical lady who points.
I haven't got to this case yet. So
points at him in the direction. I haven't even been there because I found enough evidence without ever having to go to him.
But when they tell you to, I
want to see the hobo camp really bad, but I knew I shouldn't go there first because there's no reason for me to go there and accuse
one of your choices
with no evidence.
You should be able to go there, talk to him, and maybe you don't have everything yet, and you have to come back.
If you did that as a cop, you would spook the fucking suspect.
What are you talking about? If you go and question the suspect. If I'm a cop, think of it logically. If you're a cop, this is the nearest place you have your best lead, and especially because all you've been getting are husbands who didn't do it, and you're wasting your time. You've wasted your time asking the last 3 husbands you talked to.
I did it naturally because noticing that I couldn't call anybody a liar unless I had direct evidence to the contrary, and that's what I think is cool. If you're paying very close attention and you can refute things that people are saying.
No, because they never make it clear what you're refuting.
And that's also why I get confused because I'm going to places where I know the suspects aren't. I'm going to collect evidence and talk to witnesses.
Wait, but you don't let me finish because this is not going to the hobo camp does not affect the hobo. Mm-hmm. I went to the hobo camp. There was a crazy guy there, and then for some reason you assume just because there's a crazy guy in front that the guy you're looking for must not be in there.
Yeah,
you don't go in and enter.
That's so fucking dumb.
But going there doesn't affect the hobo. You still come back and arrest the hobo later. Yes. Spoiler alert. But for some reason, by going to the hobo camp first, it removes an entirely separate part of the storyline that has nothing to do with the hobo.
I would imagine.
That's terrible, too.
No, because there's a part where you get to talk to... There's 2 guys that were talking to her at the bar, and one of them turns himself into the police station. You go and interrogate him, and then he gives you another clue, which takes you to another guy. You talk to this whole other guy. You get to meet 2 new characters. That doesn't happen if you go to the hobo camp first, for no reason at all. What about going to the hobo camp affects the sailor turning himself into the police station?
Does it just scare the hobo king? Is that what it does?
These characters are unrelated in any way.
I don't know because I didn't do it that way. But
I didn't do that, and I went to get into the case. I had no idea why I was accusing this guy because I missed out on half this case, and I still got 5 out of 5 stars.
I've been fucked. I have been playing like Phelps. Like I've been very by the book. I'm not going to I'm not going to go interrogate anybody I think is a suspect. I'm going to gather as much evidence from all the scenes that I can.
I get punished for playing Phelps as Phelps.
Yeah.
You get punished.
No, you're a loose cannon.
You are.
You're a loose cannon, Charlie.
Phelps
and
is straight laced. Like I said last time.
Leave your badge on the desk.
Like I said last time, there was that traffic case where if you don't interview somebody who you know isn't guilty, then you get 3 stars because you didn't write him a tip.
Well,
Can you handle the truth?
You know what the thing is?
Yeah, Phelps wouldn't accuse all these innocent people.
Here's the weird thing.
Which you have to do like 6 cases in a row.
I didn't notice the star meter for a long time. And so none of it mattered to me.
No, that's what Michael keeps saying. It's like, you're not supposed to be pulling at 5 out of 5 stars.
You seem convinced that you need to play it perfect and see everything all the way through. I'm having a very fun experience.
But I think it's because you're missing out on details of the story. And you just aren't realizing that you're missing out on them.
I really hate getting a question wrong, and I hate knowing I'm missing story parts, but it really bugs me. It's not knowing that I got a 3 instead of a 5. It's the note at the bottom that says, well, you should have asked that other guy something first.
Also, my main problem with, there needs to be some kind of penalty for getting questions wrong, and missing questions or story bits I get it.
Yeah.
It's odd, though, for a game that prides itself on its story and its characters to omit things from you because you missed a thing. It's like, well, now
that makes sense.
It's like removing features of an FPS if I don't get a 30 kill streak or something. Like, now you can't jump anymore.
Sounds like you're getting too old for this shit.
Almost.
But it's not removing that.
But the thing that bothers me the most is that when they remove all this story, it makes the story make less sense.
Yeah, they don't remove it
and then
cleanly.
they'll just when you get to the end, you're like, what? Yeah. Like, how did all these things fit together? It's because they wrote a story, and any good story, you can't pick entire chapters out and then compact it, and it still makes sense.
And sometimes they remove...
it should be all integral, and it's not. So it's...
Sometimes they remove it so the case doesn't make any sense, and sometimes they go... we're just gonna pretend that you got that information. Like, there's one case where if you talk to the witness enough, she tells you a certain detail. I didn't get that detail, but when I go to another person later on, Cole has that detail. I was like, I never heard that. It's like, the mermaid's there. Like, I never heard about a mermaid before until now.
What? How did you not hear about the mermaid?
Because I got one of the questions wrong with that girl.
About that mermaid.
Nope. I didn't hear about the mermaid.
I didn't either.
And yet, Cole somehow heard about the mermaid. I don't know when that happened.
I had a real problem.
I heard about it several times, and I saw it in a picture. And then
I saw when he saw the picture. He was like, "There's the mermaid." I'm like, "What mermaid?"
Yeah,
I must have been playing really right with no guide. Maybe I'm onto something.
It's so frustrating. All it does is frustrate me. I
love it. Love it.
I still love parts of it a lot.
It's frustrating getting a question, and there's been a situation or two where I charge somebody with something that I don't feel is correct,
and then they get 3 out of 5 stars.
But I have the evidence to convict this person, which makes me like, well, this is probably what being a cop before the days of forensics was like. Like you just
like we're excusing all the sloppy storytelling.
I think Cole's a weird. He's a very cool. Unique.
I like the characters, and I like what they're trying to do with the story. It's just really messy.
I haven't finished the game. None of us have finished the game, so we don't know where this is going.
I know Michael tells us there's twists coming. They're going to make us even angrier.
I didn't.
He's really apologetic about the whole game.
I'm starting to get very fascinated by Cole's World War II backstory. And
those flashbacks are kind of annoying.
No.
They're just infrequent enough that I forget what's going on.
But it's only because I love certain parts of the game so much, and it's so unique, and I love what they try to do, that it makes me so angry at the parts I hate.
I have 2 things to tell you. First, I think this case is going to be bust wide open. And second, you're all playing it wrong. You're supposed to play it while looking at your iPhone, and your roommate has the controller, because it's a really, really entertaining
also,
to
if
listen
you guys
to.
could just all start thinking outside the box.
Yeah. You guys are really diehard quote right now.
I don't know. I think I do think
possibly your egos are writing checks.
You guys are
Beverly Hills Cop quote, Charlie. That's what I'm trying to say.
I really feel very inarticulate right now, but I feel like you're judging it by the standards of a game that it's not.
I'm judging it by the standards of the game that it's presenting itself as.
I don't know about that. I don't know. And now I'm feeling sorry for him.
When I pick up like when I'm just wandering around a scene and just picking up evidence and clues, like this is so fun. I just love this. Look at the detail on this random piece of paper I picked up off the ground. Look at the lighting and the way it hits it. It's so adventure gamey.
The clue collecting is so much better than the clue collecting in Heavy Rain. Like a million times better.
What makes me laugh about that is watching Chris play it, and it just lets him Chris is just walking around. This isn't important.
Yeah.
Well, this has no bearing on the case.
Why did you notify me to its existence, game?
Yeah.
I know why, but like when Tyler watches it, he just looks up from his phone, and I'm picking up a lemon and then a carrot.
Yeah, the carrot.
Picking up vegetables.
Meanwhile, there's like a knife right next to it. Like, don't bother.
There's a part where he picks up the lemon and the carrot. He's like, maybe no. But then there's a part where he picks up a gun off a dresser. He's like, it would take a smarter man than me to connect this.
Stupid.
But the murder victim wasn't killed by a gun.
It's just funny that he has the same response to a gun on the dresser.
No fucking gun.
But as a cop,
it's the 40s.
As a cop in the home of a suspect of a murderer, wouldn't he at least I don't know, at least take the bullets out of that gun, or ask the guy hey, is
seriously,
this gun
why would he
registered?
do that?
Hey, that's the Second Amendment rights, Henry.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, they couldn't do that, but
he's with a possible murderer in the same house as him.
Well, no. I mean, if he's a suspect, he could probably
But he wasn't in the house when that happened.
Right? At least say violent tendencies. Huh? Here's a gun. What about this, buddy?
Sorry, Hank.
That's a bit of a leap, but
this is unrelated.
I also love how
bad detective. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't take someone's gun away because it's in their house.
I'm busting you down to traffic.
See, what he could do is maybe just look at the ammo clip. Is it full of bullets? It's all full. Well, all right. But if maybe some bullets are missing, he could then take it and have it tested. How recently was this gun fired?
Henry, you're a dirty Harry quote.
No way. If I was a cop and I saw a gun in the house of someone I was about to interview for a murder, if they were involved in a murder, I would at least
pick it up and shoot them.
I would take all the I would point a gun at them until they admitted they did.
You'd probably action roll out of the room. You're a dirty cop. You'd action roll out of the room. You'd shoot a loose buttress until the whole building collapsed.
There was a fire.
That's another thing that bugs me in that game when it occasionally has GTA moments where you're killing 30 faceless dudes and this breaks the whole reality.
Well, early in the game, there's that part. It's these two Mexican gangs are always fighting. I'm going to kill all of them. All dead.
All that beat
solved. And then he gets on the radio. All right, I got a batch of corpses here for you.
When were there Mexican gangs in the game? I don't remember this.
It makes it silly, but the dispatch missions.
I also love how
I got to do all this by the book. Hold on, I'm going to stop and kill 6 bank robbers.
I got to shoot all these guys in the face.
Or there's one of those side missions where you go to the bank and it's Cole's oh, I got this. I'm gonna go down the basement by myself. You stay up here and watch the empty floor, Rusty.
I hope there's a paperwork DLC. That would be because that's gonna take a lot.
One more thing. I didn't.
But I have one more thing too.
Well, this is my one last thing.
Please.
I didn't know that in the late '40s it was such a fun pastime to climb storm drains because everybody loves doing it so much. Just climbing storm drains all the time.
I don't understand when you're chasing people and he's going up that storm drain. It's do you guys ever climb a storm drain? Because they don't hold. They barely hold one person.
Parkour took a while to develop. That was
two people
parkour in the 40s. They just climbed storm drains.
Two people climbing up a fucking pole. It's going to rip off the wall, period.
Well, also, I just can't see that.
They don't build them like they used to.
Two grown men hurriedly pulling themselves up a pipe.
I'm going to put a period after every word.
I'm not acknowledging that as an acceptable complaint.
Like they used to.
In a game that's so realistic.
The structural integrity of the pipe wouldn't allow for such a thing.
Why not just put a ladder there?
Even maybe
literally,
Phelps,
why a pipe? Why a pipe?
Maybe Phelps would do it, but there was a part where Rusty was climbing it with me, and Phelps even says "Oh, you gonna fall on me, Rusty, or something."
I don't mind that if it's a hurried chase and a suspect does it to get away. I don't mind that because it's
post World War II Nazi-proof pipes. Right?
I get someone in an effort to get away would do that. It's fine, and then if you follow them, fine. But there's a point where you're climbing a 3-story building.
Yeah.
Going up this one, but it's do you know the upper body strength required to go up 3 stories vertically?
Not if you're using your legs.
And I feel I climb a pipe every half hour in that game.
Maybe we did it when dogs were barking. When we did it when we were 18, it was probably not a big deal. When they're that age, and
all right.
Anyway, that doesn't bother me. But since you brought it up, I was related
to my one more thing, which is that apparently everybody in the 40s just runs from the police. Every single person just runs.
If you think about it, if they don't have their name, you'll never get ID'd.
Yeah,
you actually
have a chance to get away.
You can get away forever. And then, because did you see that old driver's license? It looked like a mini chalkboard.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, and I'll say one positive thing about the game, which is I like the way the ties animate. They kind of flop around realistically.
I like that. And what I really like, and this is only going to take the sketch Henry and I wrote, it takes Henry and I to appreciate. We had played like an hour of L.A. Noire, and everything we wrote is like all in the game verbatim. The cops are crooked, are racist.
Yeah.
All about beating people up for no reason.
There's such an undercurrent of like, well, not sexism too, because I guess it's like of the time, but I feel like most guys, like almost every character in the game, like so, just nonchalantly talks about belting their wife one, and I just slapped her once. Come on,
there's one of those scenes. Is like I hit her once. She was all over my ass, and they just cut away to like the shitty partner. Seems justifiable.
Yeah,
I get you.
There's a part where like you just informed a guy that his wife's been murdered, and Rusty's immediately like just harassing him, saying,
"That's what I should have gotten the clip from Planet of the Apes. Which movie was it? We're like, what happened to Vera?" He's like, "Oh, Cornelius hit me because I was mouthing off. He was right to do it." And Zayas is like,
Yeah,
very much so."
I forgot
So
about
as
that.
of the '70s, that was still cool. Which I'm saying, those were all better times.
pretty much all the car conversations are Rusty just telling you that you should be beating your wife.
Yeah, he's like, look, some guys take it over the line and they kill their wives, and I believe that's wrong. But you just gotta slap them sometimes.
Like when he thinks a guy's murdered his wife at some point, and then the guy's like, "Oh, I should have taken her dancing." He's like, "No, as soon as you give in to him on that, you have to give in to him on everything." So he's just like condoning this guy's
that's
actions.
just who Rusty is. Rusty's
obviously
prick.
times have changed, but there's no law against making him flinch. See what I'm saying?
Well, there's one more.
Rear back.
The part where the guy said something about like he was embarrassed about his shoe size. And he's like, "Oh, because I didn't want to say anything, because you know what they say about smaller shoes and smaller." And then Rusty goes, "That's been true in my experience."
Yeah, that was such a weird line. Like, Rusty, how many dicks are you looking at all the time?
But that's the joke. That's like the whole. That's like a more subtle version of the entire Brucey character from GTA 4.
Is it?
I think
guess
Rusty
it could be meant as a joke.
Cole kind of looks at it and the scene cuts away. Like, he maybe didn't punctuate the comedy. I thought that was a cool scene.
It seemed like Rusty was trying to be his usual funny, I'm doing air quotes self, and then he...
Nope, I don't think it was very cool back then to say something like that.
Wait, what?
I don't think it'd be very funny to...
I think he was just trying to be his usual wry, like, I got you yourself, but he didn't realize that what it actually sounded like.
From what I've seen of the 40s, which, yes, is all movies, I can't really imagine being like...
You've never been?
I've seen so many dicks in my day, like, I can't imagine that being, like... Yeah. With a tough guy screws, that'd never be funny in any of
The game wasn't written in the
I saw
40s.
a show about cops written in the 2000s where somebody gets beat up just for being a queer.
Is it true that dicks were black and white in the 40s?
It's true. That is very true.
They were black.
They were colorized in the 60s. Oh, black or white.
They were triple uncircumcised. Yes, they had an afterskin.
Wow.
True.
I thought that was when circumcision started getting popular in genteel culture.
No, I thought it was significantly before that. But
well, yeah,
they were all born with 3 balls, one of which was square.
And Walt Disney's penis is frozen inside Cinderella's castle.
Very true. Has a little Hitler mustache. And we're
all
right. We're gonna tell you who it's leaving. Oh well, it's Tyler. But it's Tyler.
Whoa!
You got to hear why and where. You're gonna have to stick around.
Oh, we could have dragged it out for so much longer.
We are gonna drag it out. Consider this: like, you don't have no idea how long this break's gonna be. You're leaving forever, aren't you?
How? Where?
Where are you going?
What am I going to be doing?
I don't know.
Will I ever be back?
Why did you do it to us?
Is Chris talking about Tyler Nagata and not me? Who knows?
That is a good point.
Who knows?
I think we've all.
He's not.
Michael
Nobody
Nagata?
knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows nothing.
Hey, look, Michael's not in this room right now. It's always on.
I'm Veronica Belmont. You are listening to TalkRadar.
Are you ready for a brand new podcast from GamesRadar.com? It's Laser Time with Tyler Wilde.
All right, this is TW. Now don't be dreary. I'm taking your queries, all right.
It's better than Bullet Time. It's Laser Time, and he's taking your calls.
This is Samael. What makes a game horrible enough to be a 3, but not shitty enough to be a 2, or even a 1?
Now here's what you gotta do. You gotta sit yourself down. You gotta know a verb from a noun, and you gotta get yourself right out of town. Come on.
Laser Time's a little smoother.
Swung Wing Dentista, why the fuck doesn't LucasArts make another Star Wars Battlefront game? I mean, it's sold
Here we
awesomely.
go. Come on, now that's a tough one. That one's a doozy, my friend. Like 5 men in a jacuzzi. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna turn out well. Nah, there's no solution to the man pollution. So what you gotta do, and let me tell you, this is what you gotta do. You gotta get yourself right out of town with that. Come on, alright.
Laser time is a little jazzy.
This is KO Kid from the forums. Would it make sense for Unicron to be in the new Transformers movie?
Alright, you trying to test old TW here? Now that's a tricky question. Alright, now let me tell you what you gotta do. You gotta put on those running shoes. You gotta make them bunny ears and tie them up real tight. Now they got tongues, but they ain't gonna bite. Am I right? Alright. And you gotta go outside. And you see Mrs. Stevenson over there, a little house on the corner with that nice little garden, and you say, hello, Mrs. Stevenson, them some mighty fine tomatoes you growing there. And she'll say, thank you, and you'll say, you're welcome, because you must always be polite. Am I right? All right. But then you gotta start walking. Start walking down the street, get yourself jogging, get yourself running just like Forrest Gump, and run yourself right out of town with that. Come on!
Laser time with Tyler Wilde. Coming soon to GamesRadar.com.
Oh,
Man, does anybody want to listen to the rest of this motherfucking podcast? Yeah!
Portlandia theme is bringing us in, which
Oh,
is
it
a
is.
great
I love
song.
that song.
It's a great song to wake up and survive the apocalypse.
Song has like 4 notes in it.
Yeah, survive the spiritual holocaust.
So I read one new update from camping.
What's that?
For his first time
Remember,
back on the
people hate
radio.
this, so we have to keep this short.
Yeah. All right. Well, he got back on the radio, and first he just said he was flabbergasted that nothing happened. But then he thought about it some more.
I predicted it.
And realized that on Saturday there was a judgment by God on everybody. But it just was one you wouldn't see. Just an invisible spiritual judgment.
We've all been scanned and marked.
And that will be under for 6 months, and then the world is destroyed.
And he said he pointed
October
everybody
21st.
for reference in his footnotes to Psalms 14.
So you're saying he forgot about the pre-production stage of Rapture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen all at once.
No, God has a lot of paperwork to do.
There are unions involved.
But now he thinks the world will just explode on the 21st.
Yep.
Which still amazes me that
He's gonna make another prediction.
anyone would think that. It's like, so you think in all of the universe, just Earth is going to blow up. And everything else is just going to keep on. Stars are going to shine. Mars is going to spin around the Earth. What happened to the American flag on the moon? Like,
Well,
what
maybe
the
he
fuck
thinks
ha-
the entire universe.
No, they're very specific with world.
All of God's creation.
That's going to suck for the couple of rednecks up there who are being anal probed, and they get back down here and they've been total good, decent Christians.
There'll be lots of beer left over.
No, there's no Earth. It explodes.
It explodes. It doesn't just. We don't.
It's all gone.
I thought we just.
A beer is plummeting into the sun.
The only thing that
wow.
survives is Jason Voorhees' body, and then they find it later.
I don't.
And then
wanna,
Jason X was filmed.
Is there a way we can tell if we've been, or if we're going to be saved? Like we've been marked already. Is that can we use like fluorescent lighting or?
Now he's kind of fallen into the whole predestination thing. Is saying like.
So was like were we judged based on our actions on Saturday alone or on?
I think. Well,
you were filthy.
That'd be
Charlie.
pretty.
I know,
That'd be
you and me
pretty
together.
That'd be pretty sneaky of Jesus to say like, "Oh, you can be saved if you believe in me," but then he put a secret cutoff date that nobody knew about.
Well, except this guy.
Except that guy. And
What if the cutoff date was before you were born?
Too bad.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Well, I feel like.
What about babies that were born on Sunday?
Well, babies are innocent. Well, no, actually, no. They're all damned by the original sin.
Yeah, like what if you're born tomorrow? Then you weren't there for the judgment on Saturday.
Guys, why are we doing this? Because Tyler Wilde.
Yeah, we should have.
What'd you do, dude? Why'd you quit?
All right.
Tyler Wilde was judged, and he's
Yeah, he's been
He's the only one affected by the rapture.
You've been raptured into PC gamer.
That is it. I'm having an operation to remove my consoles. Yeah? like tonsils?
What?
I was wondering why you're pointing at your head. I
Wait,
didn't get it.
that definitely was more whistle worthy.
You know what? That joke didn't pan out. That's Dan Stapleton, PC Gamer Reviews editor, gave me that one. I told him I wouldn't credit him unless it bombed.
Look at you with all the PC Gamer name
all
drops.
you new PC Gamer friends.
Yeah, you got those Macho Man sunglasses and all those PC Gamer rings on every finger. It's ridiculous.
Every time PC Gamer won the Super Bowl.
Let it all go to your head this one
Which
day.
is several times. Actually, today was my first day over there, and not announcing it until now. On Friday, when you're hearing this.
Yeah.
I didn't tell any of you this on purpose because I wanted to say it now. You know what happened to me today?
What?
An intern went to Subway and got me lunch.
What?
Fuck.
What? I usually have to do that.
Yeah.
I usually have to drive Chris to get his Subway.
Yes.
He got my order wrong. I did have to slap it out of his hand and then put his face in it and say, "Look what you did. What did you do?"
Do you see that yellow stuff in your eyes?
Like a dog.
Okay, I can
That's
see
mustard, which I didn't order.
I see where you've transitioned into a joke now, but was the first part true?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
I need to know whether how much rage I should have tonight.
We'll have interns soon, so feel free.
Yeah. So I did.
Chris, they're all yours.
Get lunch without having to move my ass. From
There's
my
only
chair.
one per day. We only have one per day.
And only until the end of the summer.
Hey, also, when was your workday over today?
I like to get out of there around 6.
Yeah, they like to get it around 6, I think.
I like to roll in around 10.
4:06.
Which I had to come and tell you guys, I've worked here for almost 5 fucking years, and I think one of the Tylers and I left at 5 o'clock.
I was so pissed.
And I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen the 5 o'clock like Flintstones rush to get out of here. It's
What's
fucking
this
ridiculous.
star in the sky?
Yabba dabba it! Boom! All out there. There's this giant line to leave. Like I could not fucking believe it.
Wife's putting pork chops on the table.
I'm hoping that those people get in at like 8 though. So
If the most depressing moment I think of my average day is sitting here working. It's not. I don't care. I like working, but sitting here working at 6:30 and then the lights above me cut out, as in like
that's great.
Whatever you're doing is no longer important.
The office is done working. The building itself
Yes.
is going home for the day.
I love working into the cleaning staff's shift.
Oh yeah.
I like knowing that I like them finishing their cleaning and leaving, and I'm still here.
Time to scoot out of the way so you can grab my garbage.
Tyler, you're leaving.
Why would you want to leave?
I wonder why. Hi.
There's going to be some of that though. It's going to be late nights.
Yeah, they still have late nights.
I'm working on
Because you are working on a project that you can't even discuss yet.
Yeah, I'm
Which
going to
is
be working
super
on PC Gamer, the magazine, obviously, the website to an extent, and then other projects.
To be named later.
Yes.
Do they involve Coconut Monkey?
They better.
I cannot answer that
Do they
question
involve
at this time.
They
The
better.
Dig.
The Dig. That's a good
the
game.
game?
Actually, it's not that great of a game.
They involve No, I don't know.
What about Magic Carpet?
I love
Where are you getting all
cannot
these?
answer that question.
Where are you getting all these games from my childhood?
What
collection?
about X-Files?
You lost it.
X-Wing.
You're supposed to say Tex Murphy.
No comment.
What about Descent? Are you going to play any of that over there?
Yes, it's actually, the project is pretty much mostly about Descent.
Mostly about Descent. Partly Descent.
Descent 2
Tyler
a
will
little
be
bit.
in charge of solely Duke Nukem covers.
Yes,
Like,
I'm going to be
all
in
he's
charge
doing.
of covers about Duke Nukem and how he's coming,
Yes.
which he indeed is.
Where are all
And,
my Dukes at? Oh,
So
man.
after one day, do you have any juicy gossip on EIC Logan Decker?
Juicy gossip. Logan Decker is hilarious. It's hard to tell sometimes when he's joking.
Sucking up's already begun. Sucking up to the boss.
No, Logan Decker is
Eats orphans.
he's a character who eats orphans.
Logan has actually been asking to come on. We're
too late for him.
No, it's not that we're. No, it's not that. It's never that we're too late. He's like, I want to come on this
busy
week,
guy.
but it's Mortal Kombat week. Do you know anything about Mortal Kombat? Because that was the week, and he's like, not really.
It was also Portal 2.
There was something else going on where like
He just
I had to bump Logan, and he wanted to come on.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I had to bump him twice, and he's like, "Let's just see if we can do it." I'm like,
He'll be on.
I'm like, "We're going to split it in two very soon, and
You
then
guys
it'll be
will
more
love him.
accommodating." You'll have fun.
Has he never been on?
Well, I think it was because Tyler needed to be on because of reviewing Portal 2. I needed to be on because of reviewing Mortal Kombat. You were on. Michael is
I don't need to be here.
forcing his beard.
I can't believe Logan's never been on. Logan's an amazing personality. He's going to be great when he's on.
Logan's
gonna be great.
fantastic.
I told him today. I said something. I said whatever, and he just like turned around and like stares me down, and I'm like waiting for the joke, but the joke isn't. It's not coming. He's just staring at me. He's like, whatever. You're giving me attitude already? It's your first fucking day, and you're giving me what? Do you hear this guy? Goes to the managing editor, like, you hear this whatever? And I'm just like,
straight-facedly. This is Logan.
To have time to have characters.
Yeah, no, I like this.
well,
I like the comedy routine. This the free time for comedy routines.
Yeah, no,
acting them fully out.
There are fully acted out
involving other
routines.
people. Hey, you're not busy either. let's give this guy the third.
Yeah, no, there was a whole comedy routine about getting things half done, not being on the calendar. Is that on the calendar? Getting things half done? No. And I'm like, when are you really yelling at the interns, and when are you joking? Because if I were your intern, Mr. Decker, I would be terrified of you. And
I don't work for him at all, and I get to say.
I'm so jealous of, like, he brings in those awesome-looking, like, ultimate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every once in a while.
Those are pretty good.
All right, we all want to work for Logan.
He started giving me those before I was hired. It was a courting ritual, the peanut butter and jelly
I know.
sandwiches.
It turned out he was courting you for a while, and we did not know.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's true.
Some of us knew.
They were really good sandwiches.
Your hands are really red.
I know.
What happened?
That's been mentioned.
Were you initiated?
Whoa! I just have a red hand problem.
Did they slap you with paddles?
Yes.
Tyler, you've been caught red-handed.
Yes.
Did you try and steal the pie from the sill before it cooled?
I don't know what this is.
I want you to hold on. Yeah, leave them on the table. They look even redder.
I have red hand syndrome.
Is your watch on too tightly?
Possibly.
On both.
Yes.
Possible. I got several compliments.
Your two-wristed
on
watch.
This Nixon watch.
And we can make the caption on the photo that I post on the TalkRadar page. Tyler was caught red-handed leaving Games Radar.
Oh.
And Henry is
made
going
that
to
joke.
take my desk.
But not
claimed
leaving
it
Games
before.
Radar.
Yeah,
You didn't have a sound
I called
punctuate.
Tyler Wilde's desk immediately and with almost
Excuse the fuck out of me!
Well,
Yeah,
it's nothing
seriously,
against
yeah.
you, Chris.
I thought we were working on a fart cloud.
Yeah, I know.
Henry, I didn't want to break this to you until we could get you in here, but I'm actually annexing that for the rest of my Iron Man figures that I'm shipping out from Illinois. Because I'm going home this weekend for Illinois, and I'm going to bring back all my G.I. Joes and all my Iron Man and all my Star Trek ships.
Yeah, I actually did know that, Henry, and I just led you on.
Because I have every Star Trek ship that they've ever made a toy of. It's really cool.
So
he has the
You
Borg
can
Cube
You can
Christmas.
sit there, but your seat will have to be my cactus collection, which will be hysterical.
It's taken over the house, that cactus collection.
It really is. It's got to go.
It's got to come. It's got to come to the office.
I don't mean. I didn't really know how to approach this because if you look at my life, Tyler lives with me. I'm going to see him every day anyway.
Very little difference.
You can see him from the hallway from Games Radar where he sits now.
It's just that now.
So we're not roasting him because he's not like. I think Lizzie, are you going to roast him? I'm like, I think the odds are that Tyler will appear on the show before you do.
I'll be back.
You'll probably appear before I do again.
I'll be back
Yes,
to talk about
definitely.
that Descent project I'm working on.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to
I
E3.
can't
It's
wait.
kind of a free-for-all anyway, so
E3.
maybe get Logan on then.
Or maybe Payne Shatterson.
Oh, Payne
So that's probably a pretty good chance of that.
I think there's a 90% chance of Patterson.
Yeah, like when Shane and Dan
Forecast calls for rain.
Shane and Dan moved to L.A.
Rain Patterson.
and Paul Ryan moved to Boston, but Tyler Wilde moved across.
Dan
the
Emmerich
kitchen.
went to LA.
I only want to slightly announce it, it's not me overshadowing anything, but Tyler Wilde's last project with Games Radar should be sort of awesome because we start production on.
Oh.
I said TalkRadar the movie. It isn't, but it is.
It looks like it's a giant monster.
It's a giant
monster.
shoot, and I'm saying this to also preface. I have no idea if you guys are getting a show next week because we're all going to be
Yeah.
we're all going to be on location shooting stuff.
Yeah.
We're literally.
Well,
we really
3 out of 5 people in the room.
You were adamant against not being in it.
No.
Never seen anybody more
No, not
adamant.
true. Adamant about the whole. No,
Man.
not true.
We could have a real anti-talk radar of just having no talk radar regulars on, because we really should. We
do a pre-E3
We
thing?
owe them a pre-E3 show. We owe the kids.
Then you should do it.
Then you should do it, Hank.
I should.
You should.
Because there's a very good chance we'll be up until 12 o'clock in zombie makeup
Yeah, I know.
on a beach 40
so
minutes
maybe
away.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get Carolyn. She knows how to run a podcast.
She certainly
too.
does. I don't disagree. I would love somebody to take.
And if I can just say, if TalkRadar sucks next week, go ahead and listen to the PC Gamer podcast. That's going to be posted every Friday. You know, be listening to the PC Gamer podcast. You're going to have John Augustine. You're going to have your Logan Necker. Then we have your Dan Stapleton.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
Chris Komsky as the managing editor.
Fucking say Evan Lottie to me.
You're going to be listening to Evan Lottie on the PC Gamer podcast every Friday. You're going to be picking up that magazine once a month. You're going to... I don't know why.
Then I'm going to get right out of town.
Yeah, you're right. It does mean the end of Laser Time, which is
which
sad.
Not really.
Ended before it began.
When did it end? Did it begin?
Well, Laser Time.
Yes. I know there was one, but
there would have been more.
Does that count as a beginning?
There would have been more had one more day.
Yes.
Apparently, the project was too ambitious for my computer.
Yeah. It did kill your computer.
Yeah, I think like if you were Carolyn, grabbed the computer, hooked up your computer to that one to play the sound effects. It's just that cable right there.
Carolyn's MC's Pokemon Monday.
There you go. Just have her host the TalkRadar.
No, I think together we could co-host maybe and grab.
Are you
grab Grim and grab
maybe Charlie?
Is this on what day is this?
Probably
Wednesday record.
I can't do it then.
What?
Any day you would have said I can't do it.
Stop paying attention.
But you'll be back.
So about
such
me,
a pleading
about Tyler. About Tyler.
Are you feeling sad about not being a Games Radar anymore? Is there any sad?
Yeah, well, that's where I was going.
Okay.
Gee, come on.
He's smiling as he says it.
No, Oh,
now he's looking sad.
Oh.
I'm happy for Tyler because once you make clear what's happening, it's such a perfect fit.
Once I explain to you guys what this Descent project is, you'll understand why it was something I really couldn't turn down.
Mm-hmm.
Codename Margarita Bolo.
Yes.
Margarita Bolo, Descent to the Awakening. But, you know, I started at Games Radar as an intern in 2006. Been here 4.5 years-ish.
Yes.
Was in college when I started. Didn't know anything about anything, especially not about publishing. Studying illustration, I feel like...
Or video games.
I knew a lot about... Bolo, Brett. I know more than
Oregon
you.
Trail 2.
Yes, I know.
Do you know anything about video games now?
A little bit. I know what...
Would you know what to do if you had to battle a jellyfish?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what fucking game that's from.
That was from
Vanquish.
One of the top 7 overlooked games of 2010.
I still haven't played, and I believe one of my lines is on the box.
It's a great game.
You'd beat Vanquish in like 5 hours. Just play it.
For a long time, I didn't have enough money to buy Vanquish, and now I've forgotten. It's been too long.
It should be $30 by now.
Yeah, so like,
how come I never get to hear the Sweet Ass Water line in addition to the Battle of Jellyfish line?
Sweet Ass Water? Because this is
Battle of Jellyfish?
No, not that one. The Sweet Ass Water.
All right, we can hear that one.
Or Battle of Jellyfish?
Just kidding. I don't have it.
How about 55?
We can hear that too. I mean,
you're interrupting Tyler.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear about your console games.
I'm sorry.
Or your Sammy Hagar.
Vanquish might come to PC for
and
years
how
now.
fast he can't drive.
Yeah.
So 2006, he started with us.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon. I can't deal with Macho Man right
it
now.
is 2006.
I know it's hard, but I mean, I learned so much, and I made the best friends I have now. Obviously, I live with Chris, which is still weird.
Share a bed.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one bed. Charlie, it's one room.
I've never been there.
Yeah, we only have one shower, which means we have to shower together.
I assumed it was a communal shower for the whole building.
I mean, that's what Chris told me, is that we couldn't use it one after the
Does
other.
Tyler got to join you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you make a Tyler sandwich?
That's a crowded shower.
That's sad.
That's sad music.
It's what happens when the Incredible
But
Hulk
it has
walks
been
away,
a good time.
which
Like
you are.
everything at Games Radar has been my life for 4.5 years because our work is our lives.
Yeah.
Come on, play. Let's hear it for the boys.
Oh, good, way better. As I've explained to my girlfriend many times, like I can't. I'm not happy unless I'm working. In some respects,
I love working.
We're
But what's
crazy.
great about
We're
this
all
PC
crazy.
Gamer job is it's going to be a lot of fucking work. So something new to focus on. But it's something different, and something cool, and
It
there's
also
new
seems
people.
like the post-work things won't really change because you still live with Chris and we all still do the same shit.
I'm still going to be going to drinks with you guys. I'm just going to try. I have to actually change the culture of PC Gamer from the inside. They all need to drink a lot more than they do.
Henry's request.
Logan Decker needs to get off his diet and have like 18 beers. And I'm hoping E3...
Dude, an MGD 64 has 64 calories.
Only 64 calories.
It's just
That's a good deal.
I swear to God, I read one sentence and looked up, and I have no idea what's happening.
MGD.
Talking about Miller's
calories.
Grand
Holy
Docking.
shit.
And there's, the Bethesda party. Always a good time.
That'll be fun.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll still be on TalkRadar.
You'll still be around. You'll still be
I'll probably still write articles for Games Radar sometimes when I have a chance.
I don't think you'd stoop that low.
That is pretty low, but I'll probably write an article to announce this awesome new project. At some point.
I think your friendship with Chris will only improve now that you're not working.
I think it'll be awesome. Tyler will be a little curious, like, what fucking bullshit do I have to bitch about today? Because he didn't
Chris
see
can
it.
bitch about his shit and
Oh yeah, you're actually gonna be interested in all this stories.
like every night when we get
Interested
home,
isn't
it
the
won't
right
be
word.
repeats.
But yeah, it won't be repeat.
It won't be like
it's new to you.
That thing that you're telling me that happened today, I was there when that happened.
Yes, it'll be like Rashomon. I'll be telling the side.
So Chris will be bitching about Games Radar, and I'll be like, oh man,
Henry hit me again.
Logan said the funniest thing today.
Yeah,
Logan.
Chris
Logan made us all brownies.
Chris, like, the CMS broke again today. You'd be like, man, it's such a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, it was so good.
We went out for a picnic today.
Oh, man. And then we shipped this magazine. You wouldn't know about that, but see, this is my name and picture and ink.
And now you finally got
on a
some
page.
class working at a magazine.
Also, you guys go to Vegas every time there's a new issue, I hear.
That's true. Every time there's a new Duke Nukem issue.
That is the truth.
I want to say, I just realized I'm really profiting personally from Tyler Wilde's leaving because I get his desk and I got his spot in E3 too.
Ooh, fuck you. You know how hard it is for me to get your attention sitting across from you and saying your name? Like, I can't imagine.
I feel no. I'll have
Henry's got a
earbud.
big head already.
I'll have earbud in left ear, and then I'll hear you in my right ear.
Henry keeps rubbing it in my face that he's not facing the cookie wall anymore. He gets to look out the window.
Well, I said to you, you could, if you really, we can trade desks. He said,
Charlie, he was going to let you take that desk.
No, I was just going to say, I'll take, if you want to take Tyler's desk, then I would like to take your desk.
It's got too many coffee stains on it.
Man, this music.
There was a lot of coffee stains. My desk is
those buff right out.
My desk is alive.
Dude, there are two football players dancing on each. Ooh, sorry, the video for Denise Williams. Let's hear her voice.
Very sexy.
But yes, I'm glad Henry gets to go to E3. Henry deserves to go to E3.
God,
he's not going to. He's going to wish he had it by the time it's over.
Probably. Yeah.
But us saying that to him doesn't change him wanting to go to E3 as it is.
I should do it once.
My first E3 was a big deal for me. It was like I'm in. I've made it. I'm going to E3.
He needs to go to understand why he doesn't want to go.
Well, especially with this Project Cafe talk.
Was your first E3 this? I mean, we're going.
My first E3 was 2007.
The same as mine.
Yeah.
Where we went when it was post airplane hangar and even worse.
That was 08.
Yes.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea why E3 even mattered. After that, it looked like some sad expo show.
06 was the last big one. 07 was in Santa Monica and a bunch of hotels.
And it gets bigger every year.
08 was back in the LA Convention Center, but in a tiny room. And with a horrible slate of everything.
I only went to horrible ones. Then 2000, like last year, 2010, I was like, oh, this is what E3 was supposed to look.
It's pretty good last year.
Time.
Last year was not bad.
I mean, it probably wasn't back to how it was in the heyday, but it was still like, the first one I went to was the scaled down one, I think, and I was like, what is this? This isn't... Why do people make a big deal out of this? It's horrible.
It's a fucking huge misstep. It took them 2.5 years to get over it.
It's hardly a convention. It's just a gathering of people vaguely.
And I hate the idea of going without you because... Games. Well, I was going to compliment you because you found... E3 was bearable because you found a lot of solutions. Tyler Wilde is good with finding online solutions to making things happen. The only reason we have this show is because Tyler Wilde set it up.
And
he
I
holds the keys and the secrets. And
last year, during the Nintendo press conference, when I had to write I had to immediately write 2 news stories on what they had announced. Like, I only had images because you were capturing them off the live stream.
I
don't know who's going to be doing that.
And then my laptop died, and I had to get it fixed.
Remember
in the middle
that.
of capturing images.
But you remember why it died? Because then it'll make you sound less cool.
I feel like it died because I had like 42 windows open in Photoshop.
You had our IT guy walked by and like, oh, you have like 400 megs left in this computer. That's why it's not working.
Yeah, I had captured so many.
Yeah.
But this year it'll be even more important because we got Project Cafe, which, you know what? really beneath me to even talk about. I'd like to talk about digital distribution for a moment.
More like pissy gamer.
I'd like to talk about Crisis.
What are you even going to cover at PC Gamer there? Because
What are you gonna
Valve
write?
isn't going to.
There's only so many articles you can write about a Nexon
Only
hack.
games worth covering.
Nexon.
Any World of
I don't
Warcraft
know.
expansions coming out?
I'm
They didn't have
basically
that at BlizzCon.
RTSs.
I'm basically going to everyone else's appointments with them to meet people and say, "Hey, do you know me? No, I work at PC Gamer now. If you do know me, I don't work at Games Radar. I'm here now."
That sounds like a pretty funny thing.
So I'm basically spending E3 introducing
I'm
myself.
not being kidding.
Yeah,
No.
He's schmoozing the entire time.
I'm not kidding.
Let's
I'm not
all
kidding.
get
It'll be
hired
great.
by different magazines
Yeah.
now. So
I'm not kidding. It sounds great. I'm basically going there to hand out business cards and introduce myself.
Man, fuck you.
Stop it! You're not.
I think this
you
whole
don't know what he's doing.
This
You
whole
can't do
goodbye.
what Tyler's doing.
This whole goodbye should be "fuck you, Tyler Wilde."
Fuck you, Tyler. I
How
will
dare
have
you
to.
get out.
I'll probably have to. Like, I feel like PizzaGamer.com. Of course, there's a website. Like, and they're very like kind of casual about it. The UK PC Gamer actually has set that up, and kind of that's their baby. But I'm like, I don't feel like I can go to E3, get news, get previews, have a website, and not be compelled to stay up late. Sitting on like posting. Like, that's my life at Games Radar for 4.5 years has been that. And like, if that place is there to put something, like, I need to write something and put it up. Like, I can't, my attitude, I think, is just really.
How
really
much
different.
freelance can we toss?
It's kind of like
Based
if you're,
on my
it's like you've
experience.
retired and you don't know what to do with yourself, so you go work for Walmart as a greeter.
So I'm going to post like 18 million things on
Leave it to
PCGamer.com.
Charlie to make a sadder analogy.
That was really sad. But I'm going to have to write things.
I know it's. Well, I just
Magazine
like
for the
that it's dope.
website.
You're doing something that suits you, and you're not going far.
Yeah, I'm
You're
just
not.
down the
You're not
hall.
beyond our universe. That's why we're not giving you
Yeah.
like a proper send up.
Yeah. You can give me a proper send off when I actually.
When you actually leave the building.
Still part of the TalkRadar mythology.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't delete my my TalkRadar Wikipedia page.
I don't.
You should do stuff to it though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't.
Bad stuff.
Don't.
Yeah, you
Don't-
really will be on the
don't.
podcast just as much as he.
Probably. I mean,
But he'll be wearing a
I
monocle.
feel like it'll make a difference. But yeah, I will be wearing a monocle and telling
Well,
you.
then how am I going to get a ride home? Did you even think about that
yeah.
when you accepted this
Yeah.
position?
Still get a ride home. The first thing I pointed out to Brett when he came to see my desk is both my keyboard and mouse glow now.
Pretty sweet.
It'd be like the first day at PC Gamer. Yes, everything on my desk now glows and is branded with something I've never heard of.
So you know you've hit the big time.
You never heard of Axe Mouse with 3 X's?
Yes. Like now I have to, like before
You
I'm
gotta
like,
get the rat, brother.
I know all the publishers in the industry. I know all the major developers. Now I have to know all the major keyboard manufacturers, mouse Like I forgot they care about hardware.
You ain't typed till you typed
Shit.
on a Stroke Master.
Absolutely not. And actually, today I looked like a fucking diva. Like I needed a keyboard for my desk, and I actually didn't want to take the
Because you're
keyboard
wild.
off my old Games Radar desk because of this big project shoot we're doing next week. I needed to look like I still worked at Games Radar because in the thing I do.
Continuity's already fucked.
Yes,
it's the
already
Blink
fucked.
182 video with John Henson after.
So I need new keyboards. They show me like the interns show me the cabinet where the pizza game. It has a stack
They have a
of
whole
like
cabinet of keyboards.
they have a stack like in
Like
a cabinet.
Promised land.
With a bunch of like gaming keyboards, and I start taking them out and trying them, and one of them is like I start typing on it, clack 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 clack. It's like the clackiest, loudest keyboard I've ever seen. So I take it back. I'm like, fuck this keyboard, it's too loud. I grab another one. I'm like, this one's cool. It glows blue. It's cool. The N key doesn't work. So unless
it's like the Macho Man sound.
if I want N, so I take it back, and then
There's no N in PC Gamer.
no. But I went through like 5 keyboards and then eventually was like, fuck, none of these keyboards, like, this one's too small, this one's too big, this one's too clacky. I'm like, do you have any more keyboards? So then one of the interns had to get a key and open up like a closet, like,
With
here's
more
a
keyboards.
boxed one that's brand new, and I look like, I just wanted to slap it out of his hand, too, and just be like,
Go get me one.
fuck your keyboard, give me a real keyboard,
Yeah,
give me a man's keyboard.
Can you just pick up a keyboard while he was getting your Subway?
Yeah, I should have. I just looked like such a diva going through no, not like when I've been perfectly comfortable with the Dell keyboard that came with my monitor and laptop for all this time, and now now that I have a choice, what it is, these keys are a little small.
I've been sitting there with my finger No, sorry. Go ahead.
But the one I got, it doesn't just glow one color because I wanted it to match my mouse, which is glows green.
It types articles for you.
The one I got, it glows different colors. You know,
Oh my God.
It like switches colors,
God, I hate Tyler so much.
which I really like. And I was gonna hit an intern with it and then throw it across the room until I saw that. So
You have an intern. You have an intern.
2 of them.
And these are just Tyler's interns.
Yes, these are my personal.
Man.
Like, remember, Tyler's leaving. It's not. You don't need to be jealous of his fucking keyboard.
I really like the keyboard though, Henry.
Sounds like a nice keyboard.
It's a really good.
It does sound like a nice keyboard.
Yeah.
It's got like hotkeys for MMOs, which I don't play.
Yeah. Yet you better start.
I guess I should.
That's
That is a
classic MMO sound.
But who's going to review Alice, huh? Did you think about that?
Yeah, you never thought about that when you
Me.
left and didn't write the review.
I am for PC Gamer.
Oh,
Well, I mean, probably not. That
They probably already played it like last month.
Yeah, that review's done.
all right. I want to send you off. But I'm too sad now. I am going to miss you on the staff.
Don't be sad.
I know it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm around the corner.
Again, you're always making demands. Why don't you just host? Isn't it about time for?
No, I was. Well, we're always stuck for a question of the week when it comes to question of the week. So
I think I have one. It might be repeated.
I'll just make it Tyler related.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest.
Spoiler. I was almost prompted to make an article about so many PS3 deals. It seems apologetic for the PSN situation. The 160 gigabyte PS3 with the Call of Duty box set. It's the same price as a normal PS3, but you get Call of Duty Black Ops, the First Strike DLC. No mention of a controller for the same price as a normal PS3. Amazon has $60 back from their 160 gigabyte. Target has the same. GameStop has 160 gigabyte and the 251 for $100 off.
Wow.
$100 off. For Power Up Rewards members. My bad. What?
Power Up Rewards members.
Whatever. I don't know what the fuck that means. Anyway, Kmart has $15 game coupon for with the purchase of Dirt 3 this week. And also while you're at Kmart, please pick up Enslaved for $14.99. Splatterhouse is also $19.99. Speaking of Namco games that nobody really cared about.
Happened?
There is a giant used game sale at GameFly. Naughty Bear is $9.
Wow, $9.
On PS3, Blur and Singularity are $12.99. Metroid Other M is $12.99 on multiple platforms. Hawks 2 is $12.99. These are all used, but with free shipping.
Yeah.
Mafia 2 on PS3 is $14.99, as is Crackdown 2 and Split Second on PS3. Transformers War for Cybertron and Medal of Honor. Those last two are multiple platforms. $17.99. Dead Rising 2 PS3 and Fallout New Vegas on PS3. And Guitar Heroes Warriors of Rock. I almost said Guitar Years of Rock.
Guitar
Years of Rock.
And watch out, guys. If you buy LA Noire used, some of the cases are already done.
Oh, what did you just do? Wait, that was that one right. Fable 3 is $19.99, as is DJ Hero 2 on all platforms, and that will comprise our game deals this week. It's not a game deal.
Do as I say, save a little money for a rainy
day.
It's not a game deal, but Stranger's Wrath is finally coming to PSN. I think that's cool. Yeah.
You know what? That's a good deal for gamers, I think.
It is.
Good deal for gamers.
It is a good deal for
Everybody
gamers.
wins in that.
Everybody wins. So that is a deal.
When did we become so positive? We have a question of the week every week. We
not
put
us.
it in the Games Radar forums, gamesradar.com/forums. Last week's question of the week was, Charlie, you might have an answer for this because you didn't answer.
Maybe.
What are your post-rapture plans?
What are your post-rapture plans?
You mean right now? This is
Well,
post-rapture?
what would have been before the rapture?
Yeah.
Well, I would have been in heaven, obviously.
Oh, that's right.
No one answered. That was an answer no one gave.
I'm the only one that would have been in heaven.
Exactly. That's right. Tyler, PC gamer, obviously.
Yeah. Well, actually, I told Henry in the car on the ride home the one day what we should do post-rapture. Keep being journalologists and start the Rapture Post, a new newspaper. Get it? Or actually,
the Rapture.
I'm sure I do, actually.
Right,
Hold on. I
get
can't
it
give you the
now.
full whistle.
Post-rapture, the Rapture Post, or the Apocalypse Post.
I see what you're
Post-apocalypse.
saying.
Yeah, and we could write about all the things that are happening. We'll be like rad scorpions all over the place. It's crazy.
You don't write newspapers post-apocalypse. You leave audio diaries.
Oh, that's right.
Audio log.
A beautiful quote. That beautiful quote, guys.
I'm just throwing cassette tapes on the ground for people to find and listen to.
No, not just on the ground. You have to tuck them into little corners.
Yes.
I think you're thinking correctly because that joke worked on a very PC gamer level.
It did. It really did. It was
Really
totally
did.
a deck. That's what they called your strapline token. It was a deck.
Is that named after Logan Decker?
Probably.
Yes. I was actually coming up with like Logan
As is
Decker.
Wolverine. I didn't know that.
Fun Logan Decker
Named after
names
Logan.
today. I was.
I've heard something about Logan Decker. I've heard
Decker the
juicy
spell
gossip
checker.
about him. That his name isn't really Logan.
I believe that's his middle name.
I can't say what it is, but maybe you should ask him sometime.
I believe that's his middle name.
Well,
we were saying Logan Decker is like basically a superhero name. Like
Can we go through this just super fast? What are all our middle names? That's not the question of the week, by the way.
Is everybody comfortable?
That'd be a great question of the week. Is everybody's middle names?
You're only asking that because you're not. What is it, Henry?
What?
Just fucking say your middle
You have to say it all together.
So
There.
I'm going to be the one who. I don't want to be the only one who says it.
It's not third grade where we're hiding.
Like,
our
I really don't care.
Wait, I
I'm
wanna
not
get-
going to pull my penis out unless all of you do.
I think we should- I
I'll
think we
pull
should
my
all-
dick out and say my
We
middle
should all-
name
we
without
should all-
any kind of...
We shall guess first what his middle name is.
What? No, I've told you before.
I don't
I've
know what
even
it is.
probably said it on this podcast. It's,
Henry Higgins.
no, it's Lloyd. Lloyd. Lloyd with
That somehow makes you worse of a person.
Lloyd with two L's.
I would hope so.
Lloyd Gilbert.
Seriously,
we should move on.
I'm Justin.
H.L. Gilbert.
H.L. Gilbert.
Ooh,
H.L.
we
Gilbert.
call you.
H.L. Gilbert.
You do sound like a racist silent filter.
We call you CJ.
CJ. Yeah, you could.
CJ.
Well, yeah, wait. I already
Hey,
know.
CJ!
I already know Tyler Wilds because he's TJ. So
He's Jimmy. He's Jimmy. He's Jimmy Wild.
But I'm actually TJC.
Brattlebot, it's...
James Charles. Am I
Yeah, you got two middle names.
Two bitches.
So you...
That's why I work at PC Gamer and you don't. Because I have a name like a king.
Why don't you split those up and have Tyler Justin go work somewhere, and then Charles
James.
Wild?
Yeah, can stay at Games Radar.
Or you can keep it, abbreviate all the names other than your last, and write a fantasy
Wild.
novel series that you'll never finish.
Yes, I could. I could do that.
TJC Wild.
And you will.
Presents,
You're about to.
presents the Sword of Awesome.
Chris said he thought he remembered.
Is it Charles? I just
Well, I know.
wanted Charles.
Wait, were you guessing Brett's?
You don't have to guess. It's Curtis.
Oh, that was my guess. So I knew it.
Brett Curtis.
Oh, get out of town with that.
My initials spell out BCE, which is before current era.
Or before Christ's exit, which was in 33. The year 33.
That's when the accident. 33.
The year 33.
I wonder what the first doomsday of the world is going to end in 12.
In
Wait,
12.
Charlie, did you say yours?
I did.
What was it?
You don't remember?
Hammond.
Oh, you must have not been paying attention.
Was it Bulbasaur?
No, it is Bulbasaur. No, it's it starts with a G.
Gordon.
Jeffrey.
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Is it Gabriel?
No, it's Jeffrey with a G.
Okay.
Like the giraffe?
Like like the giraffe.
Wow.
Like Geoffrey.
I can't believe they named Geoffrey Knight.
The guy to go to when you don't want to grow up.
I should have known that from reading your wedding invitations. I should have remembered.
Charlie got married? Oh,
You must have blacked out.
Henry.
I was there?
You weren't supposed to ever mention that in front of Chris.
I don't know how I got on that.
There was an awkward moment recently where my photo from your wedding was seen by somebody who did not go to the wedding. It was
We should probably not describe that moment on the air.
I'm just gonna say it was
Last
awkward.
week's question of the week. I guess the rapture is less awkward. But your post-rapture plans. And Turbo, he said, I'm going to play 50 Cent Blood on the Sand while listening to older TalkRadar episodes. I'm currently at episode 100. Afterwards, I'll make a chicken sandwich with a bukkake amount of mayonnaise on both sides.
But when is he going to be killing like bandits on motorcycles who are wearing leather and have?
Yeah, some people didn't take this rapture and apocalypse stuff seriously.
No, I think most everybody took it really, really seriously. I did say that when we went out for pizza afterwards. Like, I know nothing's going to happen, but like, I'm tense. I am tense for this day. I'm waiting this day out. Like, with the same intensity of like, I'm expecting a game from Amazon. Like, I just want to see what happens. I can't wait.
Anticipation.
Yeah, anticipation.
You're
but
excited.
I was trepidation. I even have some sound effects for this. Phantom of the Crank Horse says, after the rapture, I will go to my local church and say...
There'll be nobody there to hear it, though, because they'll be in heaven.
And he embedded... Oh, look at that. Charlie Bear with logic. Another... Dark Tone says, I'm going to see if 15 years of imaginary training can be put to use. What do you guys think? Can it?
No.
It can.
It can.
There are 3 people who love Old Boy as much as I do.
I know.
Out there laughing
I was
at
about
Dark
to go there.
I forgot that. I love Old Boy quite a lot. I just forgot that.
Even though Dark Tone is no more than a beast, does he not deserve to live, Hank? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
Henry,
He does deserve to
Henry,
live.
if there was a bug in your shoe, someone's listening to you, where do you go to get that removed?
The mall.
There's a mall kiosk for that,
There's
Henry.
a mall.
There is. There
Stop
really is.
it. Old Boy. You guys haven't seen Old Boy yet. I let Michael borrow Old Boy my second week here. He has never brought it.
You're going to be an old
He has
boy
never
before
brought it.
he
Don't
gets
bring up
that back
next
to you.
gen. Genetically altered super giraffe ejaculating grenades. His post.
He's already good.
Post rapture plans are to finish watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I recommend, and
Good
read
idea.
some books I have lying around. Also, I'll make sure to jerk off wildly since there are no more negative repercussions. Awesome.
Were there ever?
Well, when Jesus is watching,
I
once he doesn't
guess
give a
so.
fuck.
If you don't you consider it turning black and falling off a negative repercussion?
It's not that Jesus hates you masturbating. What Jesus finds disgusting is you wiping cum off your own belly. Like it just he finds that to be undignified.
No way.
Does he have a problem with it being a fetish of mine to think that Jesus is watching? Because that really
Jesus hates it. He will not put up with it.
That's just sloppy if you're going to get it on your belly, man.
Why, dude? What if?
Be careful.
What if I want to see if I can get it past my bicep?
If you can,
I'm going to
well
throw it
done.
over my shoulder.
Well done. Like a continental soldier.
You throw it over your shoulder. You don't actually.
Does your cum
Goes in his hand and then he tosses it over his shoulder like salt over.
Yeah, like a superstition.
Yes, that's what I do.
It makes you Johnny Appleseed.
Even when I'm sitting, even when I'm sitting on a crowded plane, like I will still throw sperm over my
Hits
shoulder.
the baby in the seat behind him.
Use it as an adhesive to keep his fucking mouth shut. Trisketable, he says, I will find a not broken underwater city to live in. Santa Claus said, assuming the rapture will be of the Christian flavor variety, if I go to heaven,
it's a delicious flavor.
I'm just hoping I get to see the inevitable Jesus and Macho Man Randy Savage match. Damn straight. Me too. Pip Girl, he or she says the world can't end because Skyrim hasn't come out yet. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the denial.
I think Arkham City is the one that hasn't come out.
I do love that Duke Nukem Forever was finally scheduled for after the rapture. Its final release date after the rapture.
Very convenient.
That was a joke we made years ago, and
Very
then
convenient.
someone actually predicted, like, legitimately predicted the rapture would happen
Well,
before it
let's
came
be
out.
careful.
This is the
legitimacy.
This is the latest of many rapture predictions.
I mean, he meant it. Somebody actually believed the rapture would happen before
A
Duke
lot of
Nukem came out.
unfortunate somebodies.
There was also going to be a rapture in, I think,
Yeah.
like a few years ago and the year before
Do you
that.
know how he
This is
interpreted
probably the
those
second
passages of
rapture
the Bible?
it
He did it
survived.
with a black light and a little orphan Annie decoder ring. He
Well,
interpreted the rapture date.
I mean, those are the tools God gave him.
The same exact guy predicted the rapture like 3 times in the 80s.
And
He is flabbergasted.
It does actually seem like atheists just making fun of Christianity when you still like. It's not even a news story at that
He's a
point.
confused old man.
Yes, he's a sad person.
But he has so much money.
Confused multi-millionaire, yeah.
He has so much money. And
making all
billboards.
Christians look bad. Amp10 says, I'll be reading books for all eternity and bringing an extra pair of glasses. That is a reference.
I get it. I get it.
The thing is, if he were in the Twilight Zone, both pairs would break. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry,
Both
something
pairs.
bad has to befall you.
Both
if you're
pairs.
granted something you loved, you will.
Both pairs will break.
Yes.
He would break one on purpose because he knows he has a second pair, and then that he would step on the second pair.
Yes, he would laugh at fate, only to have fate kick him in the
I was on one of those planes with the TV in it, but they censor like all the channels to make sure it's like TBS and like TB. It's like all the very safe
It's
channels.
usually just How I Met Your Mother.
No, yeah, like stuff
Yeah.
like that. And but it's the Twilight
This
Zone
is
because
okay.
nobody has a problem with Twilight Zone. And I forget the episode. I wish it was more of a nerd. It starts out with this guy like his wife is mouthing off at him. I'm gonna punch you. See, you go ahead and do it, Bob. I dare you. And he punches his wife, and she falls backwards out of a fucking like 6-story apartment window and dies. And his Twilight Zone thing is having to relive that over and over again. So I'm on this plane like fucking bawling laughing as this woman gets punched in the face and this fat old lady gets punched in the face and thrown in a window. All right.
Wait. If he was in the Twilight Zone, his wish would be to just read Games Radar forever, and then you would find out Tyler Wilde's going to PC Game. No! What's the point? What's the point of it all?
That's everybody's favorite Twilight Zone episode.
It is.
Oh God, let's please keep
Mine
this.
is Eye of the Beholder.
Great story.
Everyone hosted by Forrest Whitaker.
Did you know that all the Twilight Zone episodes are in HD streaming on Netflix?
They just got remastered. I'm calling this segment Newish Users because I don't know when the last time I did this. Tubby Kid, Angsty Cliche, J. Marcella 09. Other confirmed girl listener user who loves Henry Gilbert. That's a full name. Lindis, Bubble Sauce, See No Fear, Feel No Pain, Forever He Will Be My Hero. True to his name, Conservative Gamer said his post-rapture plans will be, I'll wait for all the global warming believers to be wrong as well. That is
Burn. I've seen him comment. He has a very respectable picture of Reagan. For real.
That's how you know it's real.
Are there disrespectful pictures of Reagan?
Yeah, one of him like drooling or like shitting his pants.
A lot of stock photo of Reagan
forgetting where he put his diaper or playing with that monkey Bonzo.
Yeah, Bonzo. Or that one picture of him like pointing a gun at somebody from like a film noir he was in.
Yes.
I remember one of the David Letterman top
Fingering
10,
David Letterman. That is the worst picture.
Top 10 list from back then. Like when he was starting to lose his mind, and they had a top 7 or a top 10 list about
Letterman's still in the top 7.
They had a top 10 list about like things Reagan remembers about his presidency, and it's just like he's not dead, and he's losing his mind in front of the world, and you're making fun of it. And the number 2 entry was remembers he used to live in a big White House. And it's like
That is sad.
He shouldn't have eaten so many jelly beans.
It's like, and he wouldn't die for like 8 more years.
For battle with jellyfish.
Yeah, has everybody gone to the Jelly Belly factory and seen?
I have.
Henry, that was the question.
Let's keep talking. And by the way, Brett mentioning top 7 reminds me, there's a new feature in PC Gamer now. That I'm.
Top 8s.
Top 8s.
The crazy 8s.
The top 8s. The crazy top 8s.
PC Gamer crazy 8s. Every Tuesday.
Also newish users. Why does my pasta taste like blood? Sinosaur AJLJIRK, who said, I'm going to load up my rifle and wander the abandoned freeways of the East Coast, amassing groups of refugees into a sizable army. Then I'm going to head in the Smoky Mountains, where we will establish a free society. We will slowly begin rebuilding the Republic of the Mountain, which will be a testament to man's triumph over adversity and tragedy. I will be buried in a grave with a tombstone with no name, but instead will say the hero of humanity. No, I think I'll just rape instead. Beautiful.
That is what you're supposed to do after the apocalypse.
Good luck finding food for that army.
I thought that was my favorite response, period.
Yes.
A new question of the week. Damn it, I think we've probably already done it. Does anybody have anything, a backup?
I liked Henry's question of the week.
Hold on, wait.
Have you visited the Jelly Belly factory?
No.
I have. Yes, it's my answer.
It could be a series of pictures of your trip to the Jelly Belly
No, just
factory.
a yes or no question.
You putting like the puke-flavored Hogwarts beans in your grandmother's nose?
We could all drive there one day.
I tell you guys, it's not worth it. They just make Jelly Bellies there.
I wanted to say, what is the most effective... Like, we're losing Tyler Wilde.
I know.
He's a member of our team, a member of our crew, forever associated with this little thing you're listening to. What is the most effective death or most affecting death you've seen in a game?
Or how would you predict that Tyler Wilde will die someday?
It's probably lung cancer.
Let's be real.
Come on, you guys already know.
Probably lung cancer. I know we stop at the store every day to get 2 packs of cigarettes. I don't know what you're doing.
62?
If not lung cancer, throat cancer.
Yeah.
Throat cancer.
Stomach cancer from the Diet Coke.
Also good. Or
stomach cancer.
So which age do you think
alcohol poisoning?
Make it to 60s?
Hipsterism.
Disease. Hipsterism.
Hipster replacement?
Hipster replacement.
I am going to have a hipster replacement soon.
I don't know. He's from Canada. He's only used to like a hockey puck and ice sandwich as part of his diet, and he's been eating extreme
but he's from
pizza every
Canada,
day.
so he'll never die because he has good health care.
I ate a lot of pizza.
What about if this episode is called Tyler Bile?
Tyler Bile.
Biled? It doesn't work. It doesn't
How about
work.
Byler? Bye.
Byler?
Byler Tyler.
Byler Wild.
Byler Tyler.
Byler Wild.
Good Byler Tyler.
I like that.
See a wild crocodile.
Oh.
No.
After
That's
wild.
it requires something
In
else
a
first.
wild
After wild
crocodile.
crocodile.
Affecting deaths. Have we done that before?
Let's just
We've
do
done-
that
we've
one.
done a-
I'm not
sure.
we've done a feature
I
on
really
it
don't
before.
want a whole forum thread full of ways I could die.
No, not at all. But I just
They'll
like the
probably
death
be
that stands
accurate.
out.
I think
to
you just
in
said
a-
that's
in a
going to happen
game.
now.
Damn it.
In a game,
I know which one I would do. I'd go.
You could just say duh.
Is it
Duh.
It is.
I've got an answer already, so I'll say Maria in Gears of War 2. I mean, Gears of War 2's plot doesn't do much for me, but that
Maria.
I
cutscene
like
was
that scene.
really well done. I've had to record it multiple times for various features, and I get a little choked up each time.
oh boy. Well, now I can't remember her name, so this
Mario hasn't died, so Henry doesn't care.
Mario dies all the time. That's all he does.
Technically,
Yeah.
Anyways,
he's the king of death.
I was gonna say in Dead Space, the first one, when you find out your girlfriend is your fiance is
Nikki?
dead. Nicole. When you find out Nicole's dead, and you watch her kill herself by sticking a needle in her arm, like that's
You knew that from the very beginning
Sad
because
shit,
the
brother.
mission titles
Sad
start
shit.
I never knew
in
that.
ICOLEIS.
I never knew that. I didn't read that.
DEAD.
Anybody? I do like Maria's. That was in my arsenal. Also in my arsenal is it's a year old, right? I can say John Marston. What?
You can say John Marston doesn't die.
It's a year old. If you haven't done it yet, it doesn't matter. Like the game will work with for you 2 years from now, or it won't.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
that
take
it's
that
not
one.
that I thought that like I don't know. You guys got to discuss it. I walked out of the room. He finishes his debt to society and has to well, I'm gonna go rope these steers, living a life of a common man. I'm like, this is boring. John Marston, the character, doesn't suit this.
Mhm.
He's done. He has nothing left to do in this world, and people come and hunt him anyway, and then he's gone.
You know, from that book that I read and did a feature on,
sure,
it gave me some more insight into that part because apparently Dan Hauser, Sam Hauser was he was living in San Diego working on that game during the hot coffee bullshit, and that was when the government
development that long.
Yes, he started then, and during the hot coffee stuff in 2006 and into 7, when the government was bullying him and hassling him all the time, and combing through his emails to find proof that they did this on purpose and all that, when you think about that in relation to how the government is in Red Dead and how they treat Marston, you can
You're
see
done
that,
when we say you're done, Marston.
yeah, we own you.
We own you now.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
interesting.
Same kind of government
should
bullying.
write an editorial about that info.
He did, didn't you?
Nah, that one wasn't in there.
But you did write something on the book.
Yes.
It's all your game. What?
Oh, it's the stupidest title ever. All your base are belong to us, which makes that's the name of it. Like when
Lots
you see
of
that,
zeroing information.
when you see
wall to
that,
wall.
yeah, when you see that on the shelf, it makes you just think. Well, if you're a gamer, you think, well, this is too stupid for me. I'm not into.
It was
ancient
published by
memes.
Newgrounds. It's
but it's a great book by Harold Goldberg. All your base belong to us. But anyway,
Cool.
affecting death time.
Mine are both fake bullshit deaths.
Sure.
And booked by Valve. First one is Alex, Half-Life 2, Episode 2.
I actually did not know.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Thanks.
Hey, we've had enough time. That's
It
okay.
has been way too long
That's okay.
for you to get mad at me for a spoiler.
I hated her in episode 1. Like, we just go away.
wait,
But-
she doesn't.
Did you just hear that it was a
Yeah.
fake, not real death?
Oh, now you spoiled
bring
it.
her back.
Spoiled it again. 2 ways.
It looks she gets stabbed.
But that's followed by a really real death.
Don't tell me who the real death
I can
is.
kind of guess. There's 3 characters in that
She gets
fucking
like
game.
stabbed through the torso, but she comes back, so it's bullshit. But I was like, oh, well, I liked Alex, so I didn't like her as much as some people did.
I meant to say, was there a Princess and the Frog game?
Fucking play Half-Life 2 episode
The
2.
really black Firefly.
I'm getting to it.
Or am I remembering that wrong? Was it in episode 1 that she gets stabbed?
I guess I'll find out soon.
You haven't
No,
played
you
episode
won't.
1 either?
Nope.
Was it episode 1, Henry, or 2?
I can't remember.
that
I don't.
I'm right? She gets
Yeah.
stabbed, you bring her back
Yes.
using the magic of the goofy alien-looking
Yeah.
types.
Yeah.
I'm a PC game redditor. I should know all
It's
of this.
been a long time.
Do you have a
But,
real death?
No, my other fake bullshit one
Doesn't ruin
from
another
Valve
game.
is no, it's Portal 1. It's GLaDOS. Like I destroying GLaDOS at the end of Portal when I didn't really know what was going on as much as I do now after playing Portal 2, where they flesh everything out a lot more. Like I kind of didn't even want to kill.
Yeah,
GLaDOS.
you don't want to kill
I was kind of like at the end. I was like, I don't really know why I'm doing this.
That's the only other human voice you hear.
Yeah, I'm like, I get that I want to escape, but I don't want to kill GLaDOS. Like, and then like the song, still alive. Obviously, she's not dead, but like that made me sad.
You can see that.
Made me a little bit
Elson,
sad.
moving deaths. You got some.
The death of his sinuses is what he's mourning.
Have we done this before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I was going to say John Marston because I can't think of anything.
Well, I
better.
thought you had one from Final Fantasy, not Aerith.
No.
Or
Whoa! Aerith dies?
yeah, I'm afraid so.
What about fantasy?
Spoiler, dude.
I know it looks like she's been more popular and been in more games since she's died.
Yes.
What about Phantasy Star? Doesn't that have a one?
It has a notable death in Phantasy Star 2, but I don't really
with a
care.
PH or an
Is there any other
died
one?
in Zelda games?
Haiku?
Close.
IQ.
3 letters.
No, I don't think
Not
so.
Ico.
I don't think so.
Colossus.
No.
Nobody
I mean,
does.
that's like a pervasive sadness throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, Final Fantasy VI, when the world is destroyed and then Celis goes up to kill herself, she doesn't succeed. But the build up to that is like this very depressing. You're just like collecting fish off the beach, trying to survive, and the fish are poisoned. And you're feeding him to the guy Sid who survived, and now he's poisoned by the fish and dies. And then she thinks she's trapped on an island by herself. This is a character you've been with the whole game.
Shakespeare wrote this shit.
And then she goes up to this music's swelling, and she just goes up to the top of this mountain on the island she's trapped on. It's just like, fuck it, and throws herself off, and then washes back up on the shore and survives. And then I don't remember where it goes from there, but somehow she's found, and you spend the rest of the game reassembling your team.
I fed Sid only good fish, and he lived.
I don't remember. I was fucking 13 when this happened, man. I mean, I'm sure I fed them the right fish, but I don't know. Like, she still does it no matter what. She still tries to kill herself.
Are those Final Fantasy 2 characters?
Yeah, the thing is,
Or Final Fantasy 4.
they all come back, so it's...
Yeah, that's what's dumb about Final Fantasy IV. I've said it all along. Everybody dies and then comes back.
You know what's really effective?
They're all effective scenes when they happen.
Like pre-Modern Warfare Call of Duties, like they would assign names and ranks to people, which would sort of like, I don't know, really drive home the fact that a person is dead when like someone runs out in front and catches a bullet and it can be changed. But when I'm playing LA Noire, mostly it's the fucking dispatch missions, and I show up and there's like this fucking fresh-faced, doe-eyed cop. Oh my god, thank God you're here. I couldn't do anything. He's shot like while standing in front of me, and like, that I don't know, that is strangely
I feel bad
effective.
then.
But it's like, I think it's everything all those World War 2 games wanted me to see when like someone was killed next to me or in front of me. I feel that in LA Noire when like rookie cops get fucking capped.
When did that happen?
It happens.
Seen that a few times.
It happens a lot.
Dispatch
Side
missions.
mission? Oh, dispatch.
Yeah,
missions.
dispatch mission. I don't know if that's what they're called. Sorry, but and I do want to say one thing before I heap too much praise. Rockstar, you need to give up on cover systems. No more cover systems. You can't do it. You don't understand. It's the worst thing ever. Anyway,
I'm very
Also,
impressed.
disclude hands from your animations entirely.
it's a little
Still
interesting
can't
that
do
you
those.
couldn't look at my joints. What do you think? That's like not even 15 points of articulation. Whereas the
Although
facial
your
attention-
panties physics, fantastic.
amazing.
You got to figure though, Max
Very
Payne is gonna have it's gonna have cover system in it.
It is, which it shouldn't, because Max motherfucking Payne don't give a shit about cover.
But it's also not built like a GTA game. GTA 4's cover is terrible. You never use it. You'd rather run behind a building. It doesn't work. And like trying like, you can press RB and move, and like, I drop my gun. Try and move around. Like, it just doesn't work. Right. Anyway, we should go.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I'm hungry. Let's have some Pete's.
Let's have some Pete's.
Pete's coffee.
No. No. Tyler
I don't
Wilde,
want
do you
that.
want to send us out on any game songs or something?
A rousing
you'd
speech,
like?
perhaps?
A rousing speech or a game song. That's tough.
I can give you a transcript of Macho Man's script.
Don't cry for me.
Man, that I remembered that later that night and like almost started tearing up. Just the fact of him saying that, like, I'm talking light years away.
I don't want to ruin it, but it was just like an excerpt from like a coke-addled rant.
I watched the whole clip that's from, and it's like 6 minutes long.
I don't know why there's so many clips that say Macho Man on coke, because that's why I want to. The dude probably wasn't on coke.
That was just his character.
It was just his character.
He was a good actor.
That's what makes him awesome.
And like Mean Gene's trying to follow him with the mic, and he keeps like spinning in a
360.
such a great man.
Tyler Wilde.
I'm throwing out my job at Games Radar,
Mhm.
and kicking off my new job at PC Gamer is Chess Master for the SNES.
God damn it!
I love you. Good night and good luck.